Okay, here we are at the earthworm model. So we are going to do a tour of this model. This would be the world's best dissection. I wish our dissection looked just like this. And so what's wonderful about this is that I can take the whole thing and I can turn it over and I can see, oh yes, so this would be the ventral side, and that they could, if you were to really study worms, you would start counting the different segments, and then you would be able to know where the genital aperture is and what's going on for reproduction. We have the clitellum way down here, but you don't need to know any of that for this particular class. Let's go to the dorsal surface here, and let's just follow the different, and we'll start with the digestive system. Okay, so food is going to enter into the opening here, the anterior end, going to enter in the mouth. It's going to pass by, okay, the pharynx, which is this bulb. Okay, it's going to then go down the esophagus. So we're looking at just the green part. And then it gets to the crop, and then the gizzard. And after the gizzard is the intestine, and the intestine continues down on the way. Now I'm going to show you something. This whole part comes out, so I'm going to show this to you because I find it quite interesting. Focus. In that the intestine, which is all of this green, if I look inside, this is a cross-section view, right? I can see that this part here, this little doolop, right, this little poke me in, right? So let's do a dorsal. There we go. That's dorsal blood vessel. That's the ventral blood vessel. And this part is called the typhlosoal. And the typhlosoal increases the surface area of the intestine on the inside, which helps to increase absorption. You want to absorb whatever it is you eat. Okay, so that's kind of lovely that I can see all that on this model. Okay, so let's put it back and let's continue on. So I can definitely see the dorsal blood vessel right here, right? That red line that's going along there. And then as we get here, look, you got these two, right? Those parts, those are the hearts. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hearts. But we can really see that those hearts, well, they really are just part of the aorta that is expanded, and they can contract. So we have a closed circulatory system here in the earthworm. All right, now let's take the digestive system out. Bink. And that digestive system was sitting here in this space. This space is called the Salomic Cavity. And other things in this Salomic Cavity include the reproductive system. So you do remember from the dissection that we had these smaller structures. Those are the seminal receptacles. The larger structures on the dissection, we could only see these two. But this was all, this is the seminal vesicles, all of them. If I take them out, and I'm now looking on the ventral, interior ventral side of the worm, I can see that these guys right here, that's the ovary. I told you that they existed on the dissection, but they were really small. So I can ask them from the model. And that this pink structure here is the oviduct. Okay, ovary and oviduct. Seminal receptacle, seminal vesicles. Now these blue squiggles found in each of the segments, those are all nephridium. Nephridia would be plural, but each one's the nephridium. Remember, that's kind of function for excretion. And I can see when I'm looking at this, okay, so this model is showing me the septa, how the septa actually would be. The septum would be singular, septa is plural. It also is showing me the layers. Okay, look how cool this is. So I have the cuticle on the outside, and then I have circular muscles that are going around the worm this way, and then I have longitudinal muscles that are going up and down the worm that way. So I can see cuticle, circular muscles, longitudinal muscles. Nice. And clitellum.